Hey, welcome back to TMX Brick Notes. I am Martin, and today I'm going to show you some of the research that I did about minifigures that have been sold on BrickLink. If you watched my previous video, then you've already seen that Chewbacca is the most sold minifig on BrickLink, aka most popular. That's up for debate. So let's get to the data and take a look. Okay, here's the spreadsheet, and the first thing that we can see as we go across is the minifig number, SW011A. It is Chewbacca in the reddish-brown color, and you have the first set of columns in the darker blue. That's the new quantity, which is in the last 6 months, 1,759 Chewbaccas have been sold on BrickLink. New sold means there were 423 sales. So he was sold 423 times as a new item. Some of those times, obviously, it was more than one. And then we have the new average, so an average of $4.12 per sale. And then you take the average times the new sold, and you get the new total, which is the $1741.91. Then in the next column, in the green, it's the same thing, it's just for used. So if he was sold as a used item. And in the final set, that light blue column, that is the same thing, but it's just simply adding the new plus the used. So, hopefully you got it. Let's start digging into it. Now you can see below my picture right here, I've got Chewbacca. And these pictures come courtesy of BrickLink. Let's take a look at the second most sold, the skeleton. The next most popular minifig is the skeleton. Minifig number GEN001, skeleton with standard, what is that? Standard skull. Alright, so the reason he's probably way up on this list is because he's been sold all the way from 1995 through 2013 and probably beyond. 585 times sold. It's a good mix between new and used. 369 new, 216 used. And this average price is one of the lowest, $1.32 per minifig. Number 3 on the list is SpiderMan, and it's the SpiderMan with the black web pattern. It's number SH038, sold 561 times. Now this SpiderMan shows up in 4 sets, and he was sold from 2012 through current 2014. And SpiderMan is also the most popular new item, 536 times sold new. Let's take a quick peek at that. Sort it out, and there you can see number 1, followed by the Clone Trooper, which if I were to guess, I was going to guess the Clone Trooper is the most popular. Chewbacca threw me by surprise, and Spider-Man did also. Speaking of the Clone Trooper, here he is, SW442, only sold in 2013 in 5 sets. So we're yet to see him come out in any new sets this year, and maybe some of you have that info already. Again, this video is only February 20th. But the Clone Trooper, very popular, 517 times new, a lot of new sets obviously to pull from. The total, 526. So only 9 times has the Clone Trooper been sold used. And a good price, $4.40. Okay, let's go to his cousin, the Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars, SW201. Now you can see him in the picture below. He was released in 11 sets, 5 books, and 1 gear item from 2008 through 2012. And you can see we're sorted right now by new sold. He's not really anywhere near there. Total quantity sold, whoops, wrong button. Here we go. Total quantity sold, number 2. 4,394 Clone Troopers from the Clone Wars have been sold. And their average price, $4.44. You can see even most of those are still new, even though only sold 89 times. What that means is when they're sold, there's a lot of them sold at one time. Speaking of high quantity, number 1 on the list is the Green Army Man in plain. Now the Green Army Man only came in 2 sets in 2010, but one of those sets included 3 of him. So 4 total that you could get from those 2 sets. Part number or minifig number TOY001 sold 4,743 Green Army men in the last 6 months, and most of those are still new. And again, a low number for sold, 158, which means people are selling them in large groups at a time. And a low price again on this one, $2.07 to build your Green Army Man army. What's the most often sold collectible minifigure, you may ask? Well, it's the Yeti pictured below. Not sold a lot. As we go to descending here, we got to scroll down the list just to find any collectible minifig. Part of this reason may be because a lot of people do sell collectible minifigs as a set when they come with the accessories and the stand. Keep in mind, this research is minifig only, and minifig is different than a set for collectible minifigs. All right, just a little info there. It is COL170, the Yeti, and we can see that he has sold 394 quantity, 266 times for an average of $3.38. Obviously coming in just one set. He was Series 11 in 2013. We go back to Star Wars for your most popular used item. It is R2-D2. If we sort descending for most sold, you can see R2-D2 is 246 times at an average of $3.54, and that's just sold overall 286 times. This is SW028. This is the R2-D2 that was sold from 1999 to 2010 in a total of 16 sets and 1 gear. And we're going to take a look at the other R2-D2 that's taking over right now. So the new R2-D2, the one with the light blue-gray head, is pictured here, SW217. This has appeared in 10 sets from 2008 through 2013. And we look at total sold, sort descending. Does he show up on the list? Yes. Number 4 right there, R2-D2. And we can see 534 times he's been sold at an average of $4.10. Pretty neat. Who's the most popular Lord of the Rings character? Well, there he is, Gimli. LOR013. We see Gimli 6th on the list, 507 times he's been sold. 1,562 overall at an average of $3.91. Gimli has shown up in 2012 through 2013 in 4 sets total. Okay, back for one more Star Wars, the Battle Droid. Minifig number SW001C, you can see the Battle Droid not sold often, but when he sold at a high quantity. Showing up 4th on the list here, it's the Battle Droid with one straight arm. 4,050 times, or 4,050 Battle Droids have gone out 487 times. And again, a very low price, $1.58. People are building armies. But the Battle Droid did show up in 13 sets, also in 5 books from current through 2000, or back all the way to 2007. Okay, now we're going to take a look at some of the more expensive items or minifigs on the list. 3 more for you, and we are going to start with Captain America. Now, if we look at total sold, Captain America, I don't know where he's at. Actually, let's go back to that quantity. Was he on there? Yeah, he was 5th most in quantity. Captain America 3,901, even though he was only sold 376 times. And almost all of those are new, but you look at his total price, $8.93, but sold very often. And I've gone through the other top 4 on the list. Captain America sold in large amounts and at a very high price. Now, what's interesting about this is this 3,731. That's a very large amount, and we'll get into that as we roll through these next and final 2 characters. Do you recognize the Black Widow? One thing I did forget to mention about Captain America, he only shows up in 1 set, coincidentally. So does the Black Widow, and both of them were in 2012. I don't know if it was the same set. I don't think so. Regardless, the Black Widow, not sold often, but when sold for a very high price. The highest, $14.90 for minifig number SH035. That's a lot of money to get that character. Now, which character has created the most dollars? So not just looking at total sold or amount sold or average, but which one's going to get that column N right there to the highest dollar total? Well, you might be cheating, and you might already know. Let's take a look. There he is, Azog, sold in just 2 sets in 2013. Minifig number LOR087, sold 246 times, a quantity of 419, a high price of $14.30. And if we sort descending, we see the highest dollar total. He's brought in $3,518 all by himself, even though he's really ugly. Awesome. Okay, so I think we've gone through enough of these minifigures. You know, I left out some of them, but you can see Mouth of Sauron, War Machine. If we go back to look at the total sold and these most popular, you can see that there are 6 minifigs that were sold 500 or more times. And again, we go down to 400 or more, just 13 minifigures have sold that many times. So if you are getting a set and you're looking at the data and you find a minifigure that's been sold 300 or more times, that's quite a bit. My list here is for all minifigures that have been sold 200 or more times. And this is combined new and used. So 200 or more times, there were 144 minifigures that made this list out of the 3,500 plus that are on BrickLink. Okay, that concludes our review of the data for minifigures that have been sold on BrickLink. And they may not be the most popular, but they are definitely, by the data, sold the most and sold for the highest prices. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I love it when you make comments. Let me know what you thought about this video, and I'll catch up with you guys next time. See ya!